maybe a month after I got my zoanthid colony. It was bright orange, beautiful, looked like a huge bush of, the size of a baseball. Huge, beautiful bushing of zoanthids. Perfect. Well, now you can see what it looks like here. I noticed after about a month or two, a little bit of yellowing, then more yellowing, and it looked like a combination of gooey but sponge. You could see here in the photo, this is the best photo I could get, yellowing between the zoanthids, and it's just oozing out, and it's going over some of the zoanthids, and they don't like it. I don't know what it is. I looked all into it, and it looks like a sponge. The sponges are very healthy for your saltwater aquarium. When you get sponges, it's a sign that you've got really great water chemistry. However, most sponges appear on the underside of rocks. This is all on top, and it seems to be oozing. So I don't know what the hell this is, but my zoanthids clearly don't like it. I went to a lot of forums. People don't have any photos of this. And then I find that I've seen these before, I think, in my aquarium on my rocks. Let me know if you guys have seen the same. Little spikes, little tiny spikes, about maybe half the width of a toothpick, very thin, sticking up on the rock here and there. Well, now my aquarium has got tons of these things, as you can see, all over the rock. And all the rocks have these. I would do a search on spikes on rocks and saltwater aquarium, whatever, and I came upon something that's called, I can never remember the name. I've been trying to remember this. I want to say vermectin, but anyway, the name is in the title. I don't feel like looking at it right now. Snails. And these bastards, they create like a calcium tube, and they live in it. They never leave. And they're very bad for your tank. They populate like crazy. How do they eat? They broadcast webbing out of the tube, and they pull in detritus and uneaten food and anything in the water column back in with their webbing, and they eat it. How do you kill these things? People just don't really know. And I don't even know if I have these vermetin, if that's what they're called, snails. This is what they look like. But mine don't look like that. Mine look like calcium spikes. So I don't know. I do not know. But all I know is now it's spreading to my star polyps. At first I thought my zoanthids were stressed. They're secreting some kind of yellow fluid. I touched it with a metal stick, and it seems to be hard like calcium on the rock, but it's yellow. I did dose calcium carbonate. It will not affect the calcium in your aquarium. I've seen a lot of people do this. So I put a couple tablespoons of calcium carbonate powder in the tank last night. And what it does is it clouds your aquarium like crazy, as if you put new sand in your tank. But it binds to all the uneaten food and stuff that you're trying to get out of your tank via your skimmer. And by binding it to the by having the calcium carbonate bind to this stuff naturally, it makes it more of a solid, so it's easier to skim out of your tank. By doing this, it makes your tank crystal clear, and it's better for your corals because the light can shine and hit the corals. And the main reason, it's supposed to pull more of the food out of your aquarium water column so these bastards can't get it. Also, when they cast their nets to get food, they'll be bringing back in calcium carbonate, which has got no nutrition for them whatsoever. Eventually, they'll starve. This is going to take a while to do. I've heard it takes a few months. You do it once a week. I also purchased bumblebee snails. Those guys will supposedly eat the vermetid snails. I keep saying worms because they're long, tubular. And they got little long snouts that go down inside the tubes, and they eat the snails from the inside out. These bumblebee snails, I picked up 10 of them last night, which is not enough, but I just wanted to get a start. They move incredibly slow. So it's going to take a really long time, and I'm going to have to get more for the 125-gallon tank. They're like $3 a piece, and I didn't want to spend that much money. So 30 bucks plus tax, so about close to $40 for 10 of these guys. I wasn't about to get 30 of them, but that's where I'm at now. I don't know if they're the vermetin worms or not. They're just hard, spiky, calcium spikes on the rocks. It's really pissing me off. Anyway, just a quick video on that. Let me know what you guys have seen. I went to my favorite reef store that I just discovered. It's literally maybe 10 minutes from the house. I'm going to do a video of this place. I love it. The owner and the people who work there are so nice and knowledgeable. They have all kinds of stuff. Fish are super healthy. Tons of great equipment and gear. And I spoke with him yesterday. He's like, send me those pictures. He's going to research it, and he's going to get with one of his guys that supplies him fish and coral and everything like that. So I'm waiting to hear from them. So that's very interesting. But you know, I lost most of my coral. I only have a couple zoanthid colonies left and a torch. That's all I got. Anyway, that's the video. Let me know if you guys have seen these spike things. To me, based on the pictures, the Vermetid snails, they seem thicker and more tubular, if you will. These that I have just look like tiny little spikes. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'll keep you updated.